Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we start things off with an Elimination Chamber. 6 men, all former ECW champions, fighting for the chance to face off against our SWE champion, who is still Kenny Omega, isn't it? I've forgotten already, you know. Yes, still Kenny Omega. So yeah, one of these 6 men will get it. We've got Terry Funk, RVD, Shane Douglas, Taz, Raven, and Mike Awesome. Without further ado, let's crack a luck into the action. Now, this has been randomised, so I don't know which order people are coming in. We're starting things off with RVD and Terry Funk. So these two guys obviously now do have the big disadvantage. Whoever comes in the last, of course, will have the biggest advantage because they'll have the chance to have the most energy saved and recuperated, I suppose. Funk now. Just choking the grounded Rob Van Dam. I mean, all of these are former ECW champions, like I say. They're all top-class competitors. I mean, any one of them could go on to face the champion and put at a cracking good signing, to be honest. Terry Funk now looking for the jabs. RVD slamming Funk's face into the top turnbuckle pad. Remember, as per all of our elimination matches, there is a point for each elimination and an extra point for the win, so 6 points up for grabs altogether in this one. So there's a real chance to elevate yourself from the doldrums into the top end of the rankings here. I mean, if you can be super, super dominant... Sorry, I thought there was a cat around me. I can't... Where's the cat gone? Where's the cat? Oh, there she is. Okay. So I got distracted. I heard, like, weird noises. I thought it was the cat, and it wasn't. RVD springs back off. Yeah, I mean, if you're super dominant in this match, you could get all 6 eliminations. Or you get all 6 points, even. Which is 5 eliminations and the winner's point. As we await the entrance of number 3, it's going to be... God, that countdown timer's slow, isn't it? Right, who's it going to be? It's Mike Awesome! Who is an incredible wrestler who I don't really think many people appreciate as much as they should do. Had a run in ECW and WCW as well. Yeah, I mean, I remember him briefly. Of course, I think he was part of... I don't know, is it it's regarded as one of the best ever ECW matches. We will see it later on in the week with Mike Awesome going up against Masato Tanaka. But yeah, he was regarded as such a top quality and fantastic. He's one of those sort of big men who were very agile for their size, incredibly strong, agile, and can really do a lot of things that you would not expect a man for that size to be able to do. Terry Funk though slapping the chest of Mike Awesome. And of course Raven, Taz and Shane Douglas all remain inside the pods. RVD, the spinning leg lariat, taking down Mike Awesome. And it looks like RVD and Funk were going after Awesome, but now Funk catches RVD. I thought he was looking for a pile driver there, but went up into the powerbomb position. Rob Van Dam able to break free, and a running clothesline drops Terry Funk. RVD's now up on the top, over the top of Mike Awesome, with that 5-star frog splash. I'm not quite sure. It looked like Funk might have got the knees up. I think Funk got the knees up and then Awesome dragged Funk out of the way. And remember, it is elimination. You do want other people to be eliminated. It does make your life easier. But at the same time, like I said earlier on, because there's a point for each elimination, if you're very confident, as there is the pile driver there by Funk on RVD, if you're very confident, you would break other people's pins up to try and get the extra points yourself, but this could be the first point given away. It's not. RVD survives. The countdown timer is done, and next to enter is the Tasmaniac himself. It's Taz. I love Taz. Such a big fan of Taz. His wrestling style and his commentary, oh my god. I know some people are not the biggest fan of him, but I think him and Excalibur together have got to be my favourite commentary duo. I mean, it's difficult to say of all time because I grew up with JR and Jim Ross, who were very iconic, but I mean, Taz and Excalibur, especially on Dark, where they give it a bit more freedom, they're just so freaking funny together. I love them together, they're so funny. Awesome now dumping Taz back into the ring. There's Funk with the boots in the back of the thigh. And Mike Awesome going after RVD as well. Wow, nobody likes RVD, do they, at all here? Funk's now going to go after Taz in the middle of the ring. Should have had Sabu in here, really, shouldn't we, really? I think Sabu is involved in this week, isn't he? I think he's involved in the hardcore... No, he's not. Where is Sabu? He must be involved in something. I don't think I've got anything for Sabu all week. No. I don't think we have, you know. Okay, I'll have to squeeze some Sabu matches in there then, because that's mad. That is mad that we haven't got Sabu anywhere. I'll find something for him, don't you worry. Funk with a big elbow in the top of their head now, and the countdown time begins once again now for number 5 in this match. As RVD now with a rolling thunder on Mike Awesome. Number 5 is going to be Raven. Quote the Raven nevermore. There's the Taz mission. They're locked in by Taz on RVD. RVD's taken a lot of damage so far in this match, and he has tapped. RVD has been eliminated. Bum 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 bum. Rob Van Dam. Dum 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 dum. Eliminated from the match. RVD. RVD suffers the loss, which puts him down to a +1 overall, and he was eliminated by the Taz Maniac, which puts him up to a +7. Mike Awesome now with the elbows in the gut of Terry Funk. RVD, a big name to be eliminated, but that's what happens when you start from number 1. The tiredness factor catches up with you a lot quicker. Big T-bone suplex now by Taz on Mike Awesome. And this could be another elimination here for Taz. It is. Taz picks up his second elimination of the match, and Mike Awesome is gone. Not that awesome, was he? Mike Awesome drops down now then to a plus... Oh, he's a +5 actually. He's doing pretty well for himself. Taz now, again, another great suplex there on Terry Funk. And we're down to the final 4, and one of them hasn't even entered yet. Shane Douglas, that massive advantage for him. He is going to be able to come in when everyone else is already tired out pretty badly. Shane Douglas got to be the favourite to win this one. Now as Taz locks in the Taz mission again, this time on Raven. Will Taz eliminate another? Here comes Shane Douglas. No, Raven is able to break free in the franchise. Shane Douglas, look at that, slowly enters the ring. He knows he's already got a massive advantage, trying to make it a little bit more. And Douglas going straight after Raven. Terry Funk now has Taz up in the pile driver. There it is. Pile driver by Taz drops into the pin. A pile driver on Taz drops into the pin by Terry Funk. It's only a 2 count. Raven ducks the big clothesline by the franchise Shane Douglas. Big DDT by Douglas. And Taz now locks in the Taz mission on Terry Funk. Is Funk going to go as well? Taz already has 2 eliminations tonight. Looking to try and make it 3. No. Funk able to sliver 3. But Taz drops into the pin. Maybe this is enough anyway. No, it's still not enough. Taz can't believe it. He thought he had the match won there. The Taz mission and the pin. But of course we know how resilient a man like Terry Funk is. He is a madman, Terry Funk. Funk now taking Taz up. In with that pile driver once again. That's the second or third time now Taz has taken that big pile driver. We know he's had neck issues in the past. And it's out. Taz is eliminated. He drops down to a +7. Terry Funk with his extra points moves up to a +4. And now the Cloverleaf locked in here by Funk on Raven. Terry Funk really wrenching back that Cloverleaf. But Funk can't hold it for too long. It's tricky on your legs to be in that squat position for so long there. Funk now in with the butterfly suplex. Shane Douglas now around the back of Raven. Raven flips free. Catches Douglas. Big strike in the face. Looking for another one. Raven ducks out the way. Raven with drop toe hold. Dropping Douglas face first onto the chains that make up the cage here. Shane Douglas sending Raven straight into the glass. And now in with that big backdrop suplex. Terry Funk now taking Shane Douglas up into that vertical suplex outside on that matted steel. Which of course again is just to take the edge off the steel. It's still just as hard, but there's less likelihood of getting a cut or something like that. So down to the final three in this match. Big Samoan drop there by Shane Douglas. Raven was taunting away. Douglas comes across, stop that instantly with the arm breaker. Stamping on the hand now of Raven as well. Douglas choking the grounded Raven. Now drops into the pin for the one. Douglas with his feet up on the rope. Doesn't really matter. There's no disqualifications in this match type anyway. And Douglas now had Raven. He was looking for a fisherman's Raven. Reversed it into a Northern Light suplex. And Raven now running drop toe hold on Terry Funk. This has gone proper triple threat now. But remember, it is still elimination. There's a stunner there by Shane Douglas on Raven. And Shane Douglas, instead of going for the pin, goes after Terry Funk as well. Douglas wants both eliminations here. He wants both points. And oh, he's nearly got one of them, but Funk still somehow survives. How on earth? I've got no idea. Douglas now with Funk up on the shoulder, drops him over the top, crashing onto the matting. And Douglas now going after Raven. Big, strong strike in the face. Raven busted open. Douglas hit with that big splash attempt, but Funk got the knees up. Raven now sending Douglas flying back into the ring. Big strike in the face by Terry Funk. Big Samoan drop once again by the franchise. Shane Douglas sending Raven crashing into the pod. And again, face first into the pod. And now threatening to punch. I don't know why he's not just doing it. Funk comes up behind Douglas now. And Funk, oh, he's going for it here. Boom, drops him. Pile driver on the steel on the outside. There's the pin. Of course, the feet's under the rope. Doesn't matter. There's no rope breaks, but it's still only a 2 count. How? Funk sending Shane Douglas back into the ring. And Funk's going for another pile driver, this time on Raven again, out on the steel. But as you see, Shane Douglas not having any of it. He wants the pins. He stopped Funk from getting the elimination on Raven, which he might regret now, to be honest with you. As Funk now catches Shane Douglas. And this could be an example of Douglas getting a little bit too far ahead of himself. Well, there goes Raven. Funk eliminating Raven. And that puts Terry Funk up to a +5. And Raven is going to move down to a +1. And we're down to the final two then. Shane Douglas and Terry Funk. Funk was on a +5, I just said, wasn't he? Shane Douglas is currently on a +3 after 5 matches. And there's 2 more points up for grabs here, of course. Whoever gets the next elimination gets the point for the elimination and the point for the win. So Douglas could go to a +5, or Funk could go to a +7. It's looking like a +5 at this point. Shane Douglas with the 3 count. And Shane Douglas, the franchise, will be going on to face off against Kenny Omega for the SWE Championship. There we go. Terry Funk suffers the loss, but he did get 2 eliminations in this match, so it's not been terrible for him, I suppose. He goes 1 up and he goes 1 down. And there we go. Shane Douglas then, he's getting that big opportunity next Sunday against Kenny Omega. Omega. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. Good night. God bless. RVD saying, see you next time. Goodbye. And Tatty Wells. Tatty Wells. I don't fucking know.